Wow.
Now what?
We are so back.
We're
Cheers.
so back. Mine's not as cool.
It's a hot tea.
I have a hot chamomile tea, and you have a
lime bubbly.
A green
Yum.
bubbly.
I haven't had lime in a minute.
I do love lime.
It's like one of those ones you always go back to.
Yep. It's always extra crispy too.
Mm-hmm.
Lime and cherry are my faves, but cherry more than lime, but like lime is right there.
Yeah.
Right below.
I like this one and blackberry.
Oh yeah, you do like that one. I
love blackberry.
I don't like the blackberry. It falls so flat for me. I think I need something with a little bit of like,
yeah,
and it's just a very like fruit flavor. That's it. There's no like the lime's obviously citrus, and the cherry has like
it has
like
depth.
a candy smell.
I didn't know I could feel like that.
Oh, we have a new producer on set, you guys.
You guys, we have a new Oddvice pet. Come on. She'll kind of like mosey around. She's in such an explore phase right now. Like she's such a curious cat. So she'll do a lot of walking around, and then I think she'll notice once I'm stagnant. Like if I'm walking around and moving around, she'll move around. But if I'm chilling and I say, come on, come here, she'll like mosey on out from wherever she is, and she'll come and sit like right next to me. Yeah, God, you guys, I lucked out. Like she is, her name is Vixen.
Oh yeah. Tell me the story about it. You didn't tell me.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we got her on Christmas Eve, and the night that we got her, we were watching, so we wanted something, we were throwing around like different ideas kind of pertaining to Christmas, but like we didn't want something so like Jesus
Santa,
right? So we both said Rudolph at the same time.
Rudolph's cute.
Rudolph was really cute, but then we started naming all the other reindeer, and we were like, ooh, Vixen, and then we kind of didn't talk about it for a little bit, and later on that night we were like, let's just see what sticks. We were throwing around Vixen. We really like Croft.
Is that one of them?
No.
Oh.
We've been playing Laura Croft, Tomb Raider.
Okay.
So we really like Croft.
I don't know that made me just realize I don't know the reindeer names.
Dancer, Prancer, Rudolph, Vixen.
How many are there?
I have no idea. We only just like spit out the ones that we remembered,
of course,
like from memory. So later on that night, we were laying in bed, and we always just pick. You know how when you watch a game show, you pick a random episode?
Sure.
We have been watching Deal or No Deal, and we were getting ready for bed, and my boyfriend turned on the TV. You scroll back to an old season, you pick a random episode. He like clicked it and pressed pause right away because we were both brushing our teeth and everything.
Yeah.
And we get in bed like 10 minutes later, and we press play, and we realize it's the Christmas episode.
Oh, whoa.
We happened to pick a Christmas episode, and they had never done this before, I guess, but they were doing this thing where however many reindeer names that there are were an equal amount of cases that had the reindeer's name in it.
Oh.
So you could pick, if you pick each reindeer, they each had like their own bonus amount of money or whatever.
Okay.
And Vixen was obviously one of the cases. So we were like, okay,
there's
that's
another
a sign. And then the next morning was Christmas Day. So that was all Christmas Eve, the day we got her. Christmas Day, we were at the train getting ready to go feed Link. Mm-hmm. And we're sitting there, and I'm doing my connections, and Vixen is one of the words on connections.
Oh my God.
And it wasn't even in the
like
reindeer.
All of them?
Yeah.
It was just Vixen?
Yes. It wasn't even a reindeer category. It was female.
Like video vixen?
No, it was, I think the category ended up being female animals.
What's a vixen? Sounds like a bird.
I think it's
something.
a fox.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's a female fox.
I went video vixen.
What is that?
A video vixen is just a girl in a music video.
Okay.
Like,
love that.
Like a, I don't know, like a video vixen in like the early 2000s. Like
love
that's
that.
what that was.
Yeah. So we were like, I literally saw Vixen and my jaw dropped. I was like, what are the odds?
Oh my God.
What are the odds? So we were like, that's it. It's Vixen. And she's such a vixen.
She's such a vixen.
Like we've been calling her Vixie. Vixie or Vix, but she's, I don't know, it just stuck and I love it. And it's just like so her.
You call her V.
Yep.
You can call her, I guess you said Vixie.
Vixie,
Vic.
Vix. My dad said Vicky.
Vicky. Yeah, Vicky's cute.
Vicky's cute.
I don't know. You'll like, I feel like the same with Link. Like Link is her name, but like
she's mom.
You're going to call her every other name besides her name.
Yeah.
What are some like pet names that have already developed?
I've Kitty.
Yeah.
Or little girl. But it's crazy because I used to call my old cat little girl.
Uh-oh.
And they look alike. Well, they're completely different coloring, but they are, I think they must be like the same breed or something.
Hair is the same.
And they are like the same shape and size. That's that when I got Nala.
Yeah.
And I've caught myself calling a cat. I haven't done that since I've had Nala. Yeah. So I've almost said Nala a few times.
Oh my God.
I know. But I obviously catch myself. But yeah, little girl has kind of like stuck.
That'll happen. Like even when I see Leanna's dog, Augie, I'll call her Link.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we just do that.
I said mom once with her.
You called her mom?
Yeah.
Was she
I was like, you're not little, mom. Sorry.
No, sorry, girl.
She's
classic
girl.
mix up. Yeah, she's girl. She's not mom.
No, she's
mom
not mom.
is mom.
Mom is mom, and this is little girl. Yeah, they'll meet eventually. I really want her to be cool with other. I mean, the dog downstairs has like barked and like gone crazy in the backyard and shit.
Yeah,
and she's not phased at all. That's the thing. She's not phased by like anything.
That's good.
Yeah,
bring her over. I'll bring Link here. Like, Link's a good dog for a cat to be around.
Yeah.
So it's, if you want to introduce her, like it's the safest way to go.
Yeah, I like want her to be normal around people, dogs, but she's, I don't know, I love her so much.
She's still so new. Like, yeah, she right now the under the bed is like her safe space, and like that's also such a cat thing. Like cats just be under beds.
Yeah, and I
don't think that'll be like her personality.
No, because the majority of the day she is hanging out next to me. I think she just like so I had the windows open earlier this morning, just like air out the house as I do in the morning, and I think she gets like cold.
Yeah, she's just baby.
It's just too cold for her, so she was like snuggled up under the bed in the early morning. But then
get her a sweater, a little like fur jacket.
She would. She has one. She would look so cute in a sweater.
So cute. Leather jacket.
Oh, she knows we're talking about her.
There she is.
Hi, little baby.
Quiet on set, please.
But she's not like food motivated at all. I have gotten, you guys, I'm trying to get her on a wet food diet. The girl will only eat hard food. And I've tried probably like 6 or 7 different brands and flavors of different wet foods. She'll sniff it, doesn't eat it. She loves hard food. I've gotten a whole bunch of different like freeze-dried treats, those like single ingredient treats. She doesn't fuck with it. I've gotten her like those little, they're like yogurt packets.
The little like stick things.
Yeah. Doesn't fuck with it. But this can't be a thing, but she goes crazy over human food. We made pancakes and bacon for breakfast this morning, and she was like, first of all, meowing like crazy, and she like doesn't meow for any other reason. I wonder if her foster fed her human food.
Clearly. Oh, she's behind you.
Hi, baby.
Guys, come to visual and come see the little baby.
Hi.
Hello.
This is what she does on the couch. But we made bacon, and she was going crazy. And she's been trying to like jump up on the higher surfaces.
Yeah.
And I put her on the dresser a couple days ago. She like hasn't gone up there since, but she was looking up at us I have a tall kitchen island, and she was looking up like, you better let me up, or like she was like shaking her butt. Out. Yeah. She was like shaking her butt trying to get up, but she took a bite she like came up. We had our plates at our coffee table. She like came up, tried to take a nibble.
Did you give her some?
We tried to, but she won't like eat it.
She's just curious then.
Yeah. We have those French doors with windows in them that lead into the room we're in now. And I keep them closed throughout the day. And she'll like sit at the door and look through the window. Like she's like, let me out.
What's in here?
She also, dead ass, fully watches TV.
Oh, I love when animals do that.
She will.
I've never had an animal like that.
Oh my God. I'll turn on the TV after this, and she'll literally sit right in front of it and stare up. She loves when my boyfriend plays Xbox, and like you know how like the cursor will
You're
move
running around,
yeah, so she'll like sit on the floor and look up at it, and then she'll get up on our TV stand and like follow it, and she like walks across the thing. She fully watches.
You should turn on, there's like YouTube videos for cats.
Ooh.
And they'll have ones where it's like a little mouse running around the screen.
Oh my god, she'll freak out.
I've seen people do it with iPads, and they'll put the iPad on the ground and the cat will like bat. There's games for cats on iPads too.
Oh my god, she would love that.
They can like bat the little like mouse and shit.
Do you want to play that game?
You need an iPad.
I'm so excited for you to get one.
I know, I want to bring them over. I don't know who I'm gonna get. Hi, I'm gonna bring them over so you could play and meet your cousin.
They're gonna have to have some playtime.
And Link. I need to. That's the thing. Like cats, obviously, are so easy to bring everywhere. Like I was even thinking if I was gonna get one before Christmas, like bring it to the bay for the holidays.
Yeah,
but I can't do that to Link.
I know.
Like that's just so fucked up. She's gonna tear up these chairs.
That's crazy. She hasn't done like anything to my couch.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like
this texture too. It's like a little more like grippy.
She's discovering the texture.
Well,
you know what? We could get those.
The like plastic things.
Yeah, I'll put those on here.
That'd be smart. Because I don't think it would show on camera either.
That's the thing with having a cat. I've just realized like the consumerism side of it is so daunting. Like throughout the day, I'm constantly like, oh, I should get this. I should get this. I should get, and I have to like step back and be like, okay, she's a cat.
You don't need it.
She doesn't need all this.
Today's episode is sponsored by Ideal Image. Ideal Image is North America's #1 medical aesthetics provider with over 20 years of experience and more than 20 million FDA cleared treatments.
It's winter right now, and I feel like all of us are feeling some form of the winter uglies. So Ideal Image is a great option for those of you who are looking to enhance your natural beauty.
No, Alex, look at my forehead. I feel like this wrinkle's starting to get really deep, and it's time for some wrinkle relaxer, aka Botox. Ideal Image uses Botox and Xeomin, which are both FDA approved formulas that temporarily soften the appearance of lines and prevent wrinkles even before they start.
As you guys know, Kristen and I have both gotten a lip flip, but you can also get Botox in your forehead, for your crow's feet, between the brows, bunny lines, the chin, and the neck.
Yep, all they do is use a super fine needle, and the Botox is injected into the facial muscles that create those wrinkles, those fine lines, and then they relax the muscles. It's quite fascinating. The actual ingredients from the Botox block the signal from the nerve to the muscle, which reduces its ability to contract and form those wrinkles.
It's a minimally invasive treatment, so there's basically zero downtime, and you can come in for a quick treatment on your lunch break. Ideal Image provides a personalized and premium experience with nurses and physician assistants that are experts in the industry. So get your free consultation and up to 85% off when you schedule at ideal.vip/Oddvice. That's www.ideal.vip/ODDVICE. Thanks, Ideal Image.
Okay, new self-proclaimed new segment.
I love this.
We should do this.
Little snacky snack.
Yeah, snack of the day. These are in Alex's freezer right now. They're the Fruit Riot pineapples. I've had the grapes and I've had the mango, but I've never had the pineapple. So we're going to taste it, and they're going to be these just look painful.
Oh, look at this. Look at that.
That one's coated.
This
Fuck.
is crazy.
But yeah. Okay, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Dude. It is sour. Okay.
Sometimes it's not even enjoyable.
No.
Like, why do people purchase these?
Mm-mm.
And I feel like, oh my God, I feel like pineapple is already sour as it is.
Ugh.
I hated that experience.
Oh, that like my mouth is immediately raw. Right, pineapple already makes your mouth raw, and then sour on top of it. Like I just exfoliated.
I hate that.
My whole face.
I guess like the flavor is good, and like it was a lot.
It was a lot
for one piece. Imagine sitting there eating a few.
Dog in a bag. The grapes are still #1 for me.
Yeah, I like the grapes the best.
The grapes with the flavored grapes. So they have grapes with just the sour coating, and then they have grapes that are sour and flavored, mixed berry, lemon and green apple. Those ones are the best. I like the mixed berry.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
Great. Ooh, those are good.
Fruit Riot's good. They definitely like they came and changed the like fruit because they're also like not that bad for you. Like they're a relatively like clean.
What makes the sour?
Citric acid.
Oh.
And lemon juice.
Ooh, I could still feel it on my tongue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe we'll start doing snack of the day.
Snack of the day is cute. Like if we eat, like we can alternate to like each of us bring
we'll
like
bring
something to try.
Love
like
that.
Some like exotic or new or classic snack. Like no parameters. Like we just have to bring
I
snack.
love that.
That's cute. And then
Okay.
we can have a little snack time.
Little snack. Okay, do you want to hear something crazy scarring?
Sure. Do I have a choice?
I was walking from the train to yours one night.
Did you see a dead animal?
No, I didn't see a dead animal. But I was with my boyfriend, and it might have been Christmas night, and we were walking, you know, that little side street right off the train. It's like usually really dirty. There's like usually shit and trash everywhere.
Right here?
No, off the train going towards your house. So we're walking down that street, and it must have been trash night because there was trash bags all along the street.
Mm-hmm.
And we heard bustling on each side of us in the trash bags. And I was like, oh my God, there's going to be a rat. And a rat comes out. My boyfriend steps on it. It hits his foot. He must have like stepped on the tail or something, but it hits his foot. It fucking ricochets, flies up in the air, hits me in the feet. I jump over it. It like ricochets in between my feet. I have to jump over it, and I scream at the top of my lungs, obviously. Thank God I was wearing like
snow boots.
I was wearing high boots and then tight like cinch sweats. So like
nothing can get up
nothing could get up there. But I swear to God, Kristen, if I was wearing like a loose pant, it would have been in my pants.
Ew.
It was the fucking most insane thing.
Did you disinfect the boots or anything? Where are the boots right now?
No.
They in your closet?
Yeah.
You're sick.
I mean,
You gotta spray them with some Lysol or something. Those things carry like COVID-20.
but I also just like walk on the streets of New York. Like it's the same shit.
You know it's a little different. Oh God. I'm so sorry you had to experience that on Christmas too.
On Christmas. No, and then on our way back, we walked on the other side of the street.
Yeah,
we were like,
I would have
that
like,
was crazy.
Ubered.
The fact that, so it hit him, and I was like, oh my God, it's going to hit me. Like I knew. I saw it coming
towards
and
you.
he like started laughing, but that when it hit his foot, he was like, oh, this is real. Like it's coming towards us.
Oh God.
The fact that it flew up in the air and like, oh, it was huge too.
Gross.
It was as big as a scandal. No, that's exaggerating, but it was fucking huge.
Like my cup? Like thick like that?
It was actually probably bigger than that.
Ew.
So how was your holiday?
I was just thinking there's something. Oh, crazy story. So on Christmas, we were sitting around the table at my grandpa's. We had just like a chill Christmas. It was me, Monica, her fiance, my mom, Phil, and grandpa at grandpa's. And we're sitting around the table, and Tyler was like, wait, Sonia, okay, this is like Tyler's my sister's fiance. This is like a really random question, but you worked at City National Bank, right? My mom was like, yeah, like for context, my mom worked at City National Bank for years, but not always the Walnut Creek location. She transferred, as you remember, maybe later in her career to that location, whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I don't know if you know this, but I applied to work there when I was like fresh out of college, like just wanted to like kind of get my feet wet, whatever. And he was like, I walked in for my interview to that Walnut Creek branch, and I remember, and he like starts kind of like stuttering. He's like, I remember like this, you know, I walked up and I was like, I have an appointment to see so-and-so. And the person, honestly, Sonia, I think it might have been you. And she was like, and I told you to go upstairs to office number da-da-da.
Your mom remembered?
She remembered. And this was in like 2014.
Oh my God.
And they were like, oh my God. And we're all at the table. Like Monica's like losing it. She fully was the one who directed him to his interview.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And the reason she remembered, because at first I was like, bullshit, mom. Like, you're a cat. But A, she finished his sentence. He didn't even say what was going to be said.
And like your mom would.
Right. And B, interviews were always, like he came to the wrong door.
Oh.
So it rarely happened. When
he wasn't supposed to be where your mom was in general.
Interviews.
Wow.
So she worked in like the sales floor of the bank, like where you and I would walk in to do a transaction.
Right.
Where you did interviews was a side door, same building, but different entrance. It wasn't the bank entrance. You had to go to like the office building entrance and go up to floor.
So she
like
clocked having to direct someone to the correct area.
Yep. Because like he went into the wrong thing.
I wonder when, like, what hit him and like when he realized it was her.
So he said the reason he brought this up was, I guess I should have said this. The other night he said he woke up out of a dead sleep
And realized it was her.
and had a memory, like just he's like Monica and I, where he also has really vivid dreams too. So I think he was just having one of those nights where like his brain was just doing a lot of work.
Okay.
And it was one of those nights, and he was like, hold on, like to himself, like 2014, I think that was Sonia. And he said he was able to like recollect like her face and everything. And we like described what she
Like
looked like back then, like
Yeah.
the curly dark hair, everything. And he was like, yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Holy shit.
I told my sister, like, ultimate invisible string theory right there.
Yes.
Like he met our mom at over a decade before.
Wow,
Monica
that's
even
huge.
met him.
Oh,
I
that
know,
would
was
like
so cool.
mean so much to me.
Mm-hmm.
So did he get the job?
No.
That's
He
funny.
didn't get the job. Well, I mean, homeboy already fucked up the wrong address.
Right. Like if you can't find your way into the building,
Right.
you don't deserve the job.
I don't even know like what he was applying for. I'm sure it was some entry level position because he mentioned he had just got out of college.
That's funny. He has a good job now though.
Yeah, and he's still in like the industry. He's a very smart man.
Yeah.
He even like the way he told the story. He was like, I was all lanky and awkward out of college
10
like,
years ago.
Yeah, no, he's a great guy. Great guy. It was a lot
That's
of fun
crazy.
though. The holiday was good. I obviously you could tell I'm a little under the weather, so that's not fun to come home to. But it kind of just always fucking happens to me when I travel. But I got there Monday. Tuesday we went over to Tyler's family's house for
Christmas Eve.
That
one day?
almost at Thanksgiving. And that was fun. We brought my grandpa too because Tyler's parents are my grandpa's age. And it was so heartwarming to see my grandpa interact with people his age. Like I don't ever see it. Like obviously my grandma, but she's gone. And his neighbor he's pretty tight with, but she's like she's
younger,
she's like
right?
our parents' age. Yeah, she's a little bit younger than him. But you know, I even in his like body language and everything, like I saw him like shoot the shit with like someone your age. Like you know how good that feels.
Because he doesn't like socialize much, right?
He's 80. Like
has he talked about like getting on dating apps?
no, he won't.
No.
I don't think he wants to do like I don't think he wants to do the whole love thing again. He's never expressed that. And he still like talks about my grandma. Like what were Monica and I doing? Oh, we were both dolloping caviar on the deviled eggs we made. It was so good. Dude.
Oh, that sounds so
we
good.
We threw it down. Monica and I were like a chef duo.
Oh my God,
the whole
I love
week.
that.
But we were dolloping and he was like, "Are you girls counting?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Your grandma used to do that."
Oh.
Like your grandma would count everything she did when she cooked.
Wow.
And I do that. Like when I'm cutting, I count. Like, and for no reason. Yeah. It's just like in my head.
Oh my God, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. He's like, your grandma used to do that. So he really does like still talk about her a lot, and not in like a sob story way, just like a
to acknowledge, to keep her around.
totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I love that.
And Tyler's mom honestly reminded me of my grandma a lot. So
really?
For me to feel that, I'm sure he felt like an element of that. And his dad was so cool too. And they were having the conversations that my grandpa always wants to have. And we all have with him. It's not like he's shut out just because he's 80.
It's just different because they're his age.
He doesn't have to explain that cartoon from the 50s.
No.
Tyler's parents were like, "Oh yeah, we used to watch that too." Like it, you know, like it's just different.
It's different. Think
About if we were hanging out with fucking high schoolers.
Exactly.
That's what it would feel like
all the time.
That's what it does feel like for my grandpa to
him.
kick it with my parents and their friends. Even worse to kick it with us.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun. And then Christmas, grandpa's, and then the next day I went and I met Leanna's new niece. I met Demi.
Oh,
she's hella cute.
Oh my God, she has a full head of hair.
You gotta see it in person.
Oh my God, is it so thick?
It's literally your hair. Like you guys have the same.
Oh my God.
you guys like it's crazy. So much hair, and she's big. She's like over 11 pounds, and I mean she's barely a month.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's like really long. Like the doctors are like she's damn near gonna be tall.
Is her dad? I've never met.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Okay,
yeah, I think you really like him too. But I don't know. He was sitting down the whole time, so I can't like I don't know if he was tall or not. But like
I'm assuming. I don't know. And I guess the Jernigans have some height in their family. Like Jeff's tall.
Yeah, Jeff's tall.
So,
Leanna's like taller. Right?
She's shorter than me.
Leanna is shorter than you?
Yes. Leanna's like 5'3" tops. So an inch. But like, yeah, Leanna is always shorter than me.
What?
Because I had this conversation with Monica because we were talking about Sarah. Do you see how tall Sarah is in my videos?
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have to interject. I saw your mom posted on Facebook a whole bunch of pictures. There is one picture of you, Kristen. I dead ass thought it was Monica.
Whoa.
You
which
look,
one?
let me, she probably didn't show it to you, but let me show you. Because I was like, this is the most I've ever in my life seen you look like. I almost want to just like put it on the screen right now.
Wait, yeah, you're more than welcome to. My mom posted it.
Right.
Unless I look stupid.
No, you look pretty in it. But I remember thinking like I thought it was Monica, but
like
I was
for you to say that,
yeah,
is like that's different.
Yes.
I mean, it's a kind of, I don't know how to react because like I know it's me.
Right. That is Monica.
Do I look like? I mean, I think I always look like Monica, but I hear you.
The
like
smirk, the eyes,
I was
and
in a
like
bad mood.
the way I could tell in all of those photos you did not want to be there. I clocked every smile that you had. I was like, oh, she did not want to be there.
No, because my mom just came around. Was like, let's take pictures of Monica and I are like sweating in the kitchen.
Wait,
like,
there's one picture of your mom and Monica, and I was like, Monica is fucking pissed.
Yeah. No.
I was like, oh, you could tell she walked around and was like, let's take a photo. Let's take a photo.
That's exactly what she did.
This one, you're like, bitch, get
Yeah, no, I was like trying to relax. Like I was so tired.
But this photo, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I see. It's a smirk too. Like that
fucking
same smirk.
Monica. Sorry, go on.
I don't even know what I was saying.
Sarah is tall.
Oh yeah,
you were having this conversation.
Yes, we were talking about how like there's that one girl in your class growing up that was always so much taller than the other girls.
Yeah.
And that's Sarah right now. Sarah towers over every single one of her girlfriends.
Right.
But I was like, yeah, that's how Leanna was.
Right.
Leanna's now the shortest bitch in the group.
Yes.
Like she's damn near the same height as Bree, and Bree was like always the shortest girl.
She was the tall one.
Leanna was always the tall friend. And now she's just...
That's crazy because when I was younger, before I had moved and met all of you guys, I was the short friend.
Okay.
But then when I came over, then I was the tall friend.
I mean, you and I were the same height until like
6th or 7th grade maybe is when I sprouted.
I was going to say like freshman year. I remember a little bit later. But like...
I don't remember.
Could be around the same time, whatever.
Yeah.
But we were like, even when you look at pictures of us, we saw eye to eye, and then you sprouted a little bit. I've dead ass been the same height since 07.
Yeah.
Like I've just not much
and
changed.
Like same height, same size, same shape, like
same boobs,
all of
like
it.
everything. I really like. I hit puberty and that was it. And my hips have gotten bigger as I've become
your
a woman.
hips have changed.
Of course,
those are the one thing though, like that have fully changed.
Just like the lower half changed,
but you've always had shape. But like your hips just got a little wider once you were like ready to birth.
Right. My birthing hips. Once I like probably had, I had my first period in 07.
You look the same.
I know I do. When I look at pictures, like
you're the same.
My face is just a little different because like obviously natural like skin and aging.
Well, and I think just like your style has evolved. So like I would have in 07, I never saw the left side of your forehead because of your bangs.
Neither did I.
So
I literally would like wash them like this.
Yeah.
Like you and I both. It was a mystery for the both of us. Back to you saying I look like Monica. Christmas night, we left my grandpa's like pretty early. My grandpa was like really hungover from Christmas Eve. He was like throwing back wine with Tyler's parents. Yeah.
That's funny.
I loved it. He was having the time of his life. But we called it kind of an early night. We got back to Monica's around like 8, and then the kids were with Aaron. So it was just me, Monica, and Tyler, and we were just chilling. Oh, I smoked weed.
How was it?
It was good.
Did it like change anything for you?
No, it didn't make me like, oh, fuck.
Okay.
But I will say I smoked it because it was there.
Did you get like anxious or anything? Like
No. I was only having like a puff.
Okay.
Like my tolerance is nowhere near what it was.
No.
But
Do you think you'll pick it back up again?
No, that's what I was saying. Like it was just because it was there, I think.
Right.
But like, sure, if someone
And you're on vacation.
Right. That was kind of my mentality too. I was like,
you're in California.
Yeah, it was good weed. Anyway, that night we got home early and we were all sitting at the couch and we were about to turn on. Have you started Squid Games?
I'm on like 20 minutes into the first episode.
Is it good?
I don't like that it's dubbed.
It wasn't it dubbed season 1?
No, I think it was subtitles. Maybe you can switch.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know. I just didn't. We turned it on and then we were like, we're not into this right now. Let's watch
it's
Deal or
hard.
No Deal.
Right. Dubbed is
you have to be committed.
Focus. Yes, of course. Anyway, we were about to turn it on and then we paused it and we like all looked at each other and we got Sarah a magic 8-ball for Christmas and we opened it up and we were just like asking like silly questions, whatever. And Monica was like, should we go to Dan's? Just for context, if you know, Dan's is a just hometown bar in Walnut Creek. It's the shithole of all shitholes. And I'm going to say one more thing about it that's going to make you understand. It has carpet. Anyway, she's like, should we go to Dan's? And it said yes. And we were like, and then we started hugging each other. Right. We're like, wait, let's go to Dan's. And then Tyler was like, no, we don't want to. Monica and I were like, come on. And then finally Tyler's like, I'm down. And then Monica's like, I don't want to. Like we did the dance for like 15 minutes. And then finally we had the big rush where we were like, okay, 1, 2, 3, we're going to stand up and we're going to all put jeans on. And we stood up and we went to Dan's and Monica knew, like Monica and Tyler, those are their local bars. They know a lot of people that go to the bars. But we walked in and out the gate, 3 people, because Monica went to the bathroom like right when we walked in. Mm-hmm. 3 people walked up to me and were like, Mon, oh my God, it's so good to see you. Like, Merry Christmas.
What?
3 people. Like, I guess I'm starting to look a lot like
No,
her.
you guys are morphing. I swear to God.
Morphing.
Yeah, because it was not clear when you guys were younger.
No, yeah, not at all. But then she came out of the bathroom and then those friends noticed and they were like, oh shit. Like, whoa. I thought you were Monica.
That's crazy. Yeah. In person, I don't see it as much. I don't see it as much in person. No. Because you guys are like so different in my head.
Of course.
It's just like one-off photos like that where I'm like, oh my God, the way that she posed.
Like face structure.
Yeah. But I also like see you I'm in your presence every day. I do see you.
You see me.
I do see you. But I'm in your presence every day.
Yeah.
So like, I know I feel like I could stand in a room with my eyes closed and you and Monica could walk in and I could be like, Kristen's on the left, Monica's on the right.
Without us saying anything.
Yeah.
Huh. I would love to try
and
that.
like standing next to me.
Huh. I would love to test that.
Yeah. I think I could do it.
You have a bubble in your throat.
I know it.
Our friend Shelby, who we grew up with, but she lives out here now. She was also home for the holidays. So we had her meet up and that was the first time she'd ever met Monica. And she was like, really? Oh my God, I feel like I'm seeing a Kristen 2.0 right now.
That's so crazy. Like, that's another thing. I've known you since the jump.
Yeah.
So I could only imagine how close you guys look to like each other. Yeah. When I'm seeing you for the first time.
Right. Yeah, no, I see it. And the surprise video I did for the kids, all the comments were saying how we have the same voice box.
That doesn't hit for me.
You don't think we have the same? I even think we have the same voice. Not right now. I'm sickies.
No.
Really? You gotta.
You see that?
Listen to it?
No.
You gotta listen to it. Maybe.
Wait, the video you sent me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did watch that. No, but I like. I know you guys. Like I knew when Monica was like in her cadence, like the way she talks to maybe it's just how she talks to the kids.
She's
but the
way
way
more serious.
Yeah, and like the cadence that she talks to them is. Like you would never talk like that.
Sure.
Have you seen that TikTok trend where you sit in a chair and your whole family's behind you and you have to guess like who's saying what? Yeah. We should do that.
I would love it. Who we do it?
I don't know.
Each other. Alex.
Oh, that's Kristen. We switch.
That would be, maybe we'll do that. Like, I'm trying to think the next time, like my birthday.
Yeah.
We'll probably have a lot of people.
Yes.
There. And we should like do
Wait, I love that.
It needs to be like a lot of people we know very well.
Yeah. Ooh. I feel like I could do it.
Voices, fuck yeah.
Yeah. But you see people out here like not getting their family members' voices. It's kind of crazy.
I guess like
when you have like hella aunts and shit, and when you move, when you remove
a sense, shit changes.
Yeah.
Like when like it beyond your control. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But I would like to think I would get it. Like
we should do that.
Especially friends. Like it's not like siblings.
Right.
Where like, I don't know. Dang, I wish I like did that on Christmas. My mom would have got them all wrong.
Really?
For sure. My mom would have got them all wrong. My mom called me Sarah.
I sound like my mom.
Your cadence does, but your voice box doesn't.
No?
No.
I have a deeper voice than my mom.
Mm-hmm. But your delivery does.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
when you're together, your delivery does even more.
Oh, interesting.
Like when people go back to the South, their accent comes back a little bit. When you're around your mom, you speak more
we
like
talk
each
alike.
other. Yeah.
Yeah, my holiday was actually, it didn't feel as chill as I thought it would be. I think next week is going to be way more chill. A lot more people are out of office. We're all kind of in like finally.
Oh, your work was busy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Work was busy and like just running. I felt like I was constantly running around doing shit, which will get me to my New Year's resolution. But
stop running, start walking.
Literally.
Yeah, no, I felt that.
We'll get there. But yeah, it was, I don't know, it was kind of busy. On Christmas Day, it was just me and my boyfriend. It was so nice. We woke up. So in my family, the tradition is to open presents Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. And literally for the past 2 weeks, once we started to actually have like gifts wrapped under the presents, we've sat down each night and been like, do you want to open gifts?
Now? Yeah.
Do you want to open gifts? But we held off.
Good.
Christmas Eve, we opened them.
Good.
Christmas morning, we made breakfast. So we actually headed over to your house pretty early because we went and saw Nosferatu on Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Was it poppin'?
Yeah, it was actually really busy. The time that we wanted to see was fully booked, and we went to iPic.
I was gonna say what theater?
We went to iPic, and
Do they have Christmas specials?
Like movies?
No, like food.
No.
Oh,
no.
Missed op.
Well,
go on.
Actually, I could be wrong because the only seats that were available were down.
Oh,
so we were down on those flatbeds.
Okay,
but we did still order at the thing, and
nice.
It's probably the same menu
for sure.
Anyway, Nosferatu,
whack.
Yeah, I mean,
see what it's rated.
It was, I think it's rated, at least when we saw it when it first came out, it was.
It's always good on the first weekend, and then
it was
see
just
what it gets to.
You guys, it was so slow.
Yeah,
I fell asleep for a good 30 minutes.
7.9 out of 10.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and like the cat, like it was Lily Rose Depp, and like the cast was really good. The acting, the costuming was beautiful.
It didn't come together.
Yeah, the story was good, but it dragged. And I was telling Kristen this, and this is always a thing for me. If I notice it too much, almost becomes distracting. But this was like theater kid final boss. Like these, you could tell they were acting. You could tell it was like. There was even one scene where they're like all in a carriage and someone was talking like all serious and the rest of the characters were like,
oh God,
like leaned in, like waiting for the punchline, you know, like.
Yeah, no, I would have been like, because once you see that in a movie, you can't unsee it.
You can't.
Then the rest of the movie is kind of fucked up.
And they're all literally playing dress up
and like.
I'm about to suck your blood. Literally, they're like talking about a vampire.
Yeah, that's like, I'm like scrunching my toes. I don't think I want to see it.
If you do see it, don't spend money on it.
I won't.
No,
I won't.
But if you want to like throw it on one night where you want like something just spooky or something,
get the point.
Yeah, I don't know it, but maybe it's your guys' thing. My boyfriend loved it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He thought it was it was 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah. What's up with these long movies?
One of my outs for 2025 is long movies. I'm so over long movies.
Yeah. Like, because you're a sleeper.
I want a good hour 36-minute movie.
I think
that's perfect.
I think hour 45 is like the top for me.
That's the
like
sweet spot. Yeah.
Because it's enough to be immersed. Not enough to bore you.
Yeah.
And like enough for your bladder to be able to hold.
Right.
Like enough
and I'm
for
not
you
gonna
to
fall asleep.
Right. And if it's like a late movie, it's not too late when you get out yet. Whereas if you go to a 7 p.m. and it's 2:20, you're out by fucking 6 a.m.
Kristen, our movie was at noon. We didn't get home till 4.
Oh my God.
When you factor in travel
to iPic too.
Fucking trailers take 30 minutes these days.
Trailers,
I love them, but
they are a lot
like
longer.
when you account for like how long you're actually going to be out of the house. We were out for 4 hours and then like there's no need. We wanted to see a movie.
Yeah.
It took up our whole fucking day.
And then you go home and it was dark.
Yes.
What'd you do for us tonight? How'd you come back?
Well, we came back. What did we eat we made spaghetti for dinner. Oh, it was so good. We made spaghetti. We went in, said goodnight to Link. We went to the park, took her out. That was kind of it. We chilled. So what I got for Christmas, I got I feel like a kid every time I say this. I got a Nintendo Switch, and I've been playing Super Mario Wonder, I think is like the newest version of like the OG game. And you guys, the way that every time I talk to Kristen, I'm trying to convince her to get one. I'm so hooked.
I just know I'll only play if I'm playing with Alex. So it feels
I don't
like
think so.
Waste of money.
I don't think so.
But I'm not like even a game on my phone person. So what would make me dude, even when we had fucking DSs growing up, I only played when I pulled up to your house.
Really?
I never really like sat on my bed and played. Oh. That I remember. I could be wrong. I don't remember anything.
Okay, I didn't know that because I thought you like you played.
I played like Nintendogs, but I was never like a gamer.
Okay.
Alone.
You could play. You want to play for a little bit when we're done?
Does it have Nintendogs, you think? Do you think they have an
I'm
updated
sure.
Nintendogs?
Yeah, I'm sure. They
I
have
would
everything.
love to get that. I have that in real life. It's literally the same thing.
What do you mean?
Link.
Oh, having a dog. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, did you ever play Nintendogs?
No.
Oh, it's the same thing. You like, it's like a sim. Like it tells you when it's hungry, and then you feed it and you pet it, and it'll be like, and it'll like wake
Is it
up.
like Animal Crossing?
No.
Okay.
It's so simple.
Okay.
You're all the game
I'm sure they have it.
Probably. All the game is literally like one screen, and where the dog just like runs on screen or runs off screen.
Oh.
And it's like a little house, and you pet it, you wash it, you feed it. That's
Wait,
like
I love
all
that.
remember. It was so fun.
I bet you they have that. But yeah, you should play. But yeah, so I've been hooked.
That's it. You've been wanting this for a long time.
You guys
well-earned
know
gift.
how much I love games, and this was what I needed because I need something handheld.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been really into my Nintendo.
Well, congrats.
Thank you.
I'm very, very happy for this new sector of your life.
Yeah, you might not see me for a while.
Yeah, no.
No, that's why. Like, it has its time and place. I've set like limits. You should get one.
Well,
because you could play. We could play with each other. We could play Mario. This is all we've ever dreamed of.
Yeah, this is like what our inner inner children would love us to do as adults, is us playing Nintendo together again.
Yeah.
But we also, like, in their defense, the way we played a lot too was we'd pass it
back and forth. Well, we could do that.
We would do level by level, and like you play, once you beat it, then you have to switch it. But then sometimes if Alex is on a roll, she'd be like, let me do one more level.
Yeah.
And she would do multiple levels in a row while I waited. Yeah, I always waited though. I always got my turn at some point. It was always like the half levels, the like extra levels. You like let me do those, but the ones that were like progression levels to like get to a new world, you were.
I used to try and like sneak like a restart.
Yes. Like, hold on, I just hold on, and you just like wouldn't say why. You still like I'm describing current Alex.
I'm just trying to game.
I think there's something in me that's like trying to protect myself. That's why I don't want to get a Nintendo.
Well, now that you'll have your own, we could play together. We could literally play levels together.
But we're gonna start a world, and you're gonna be like, oh, I kept going.
Well, no, you don't like.
We don't play. What do you mean? How do we play together then?
We can play the same level. And like I was telling you earlier, this
like
version,
Mario Luigi, like we both are like
in the same level at the same time.
We can help each other.
We could play together.
Or do you play against?
All
There's
I've ever
probably
seen,
option.
yeah.
Like co-op versus.
We could actually try it right now.
Oh, we should podcast first.
Yeah.
We should.
I'm at like
after?
currently because the Switch you could have two controllers and play the same game.
Right.
And you could play 2-player.
We'll see after.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I have a pounding headache. I'm starving.
We'll order food.
I want Wingstop.
Okay, you can't eat Wingstop.
No. I already told myself I'm going to.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. You didn't hear it? It was in my head.
No. We won't do this tonight. I'm getting ahead of myself. But
yeah, I shouldn't be around you this much.
I know but we'll have a game night soon.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get into today's episode.
Did you write any resolutions?
No, but I have one in my head.
I have 0, but I could spitball.
Okay. Well, we also don't have. We should do song of the day first.
Okay.
Oh. Go for it.
Actually, I went first last time. You go first.
Okay. So my song of the day is, I think I talked about this. It might have been a Patreon episode, but last episode, maybe. The new show called Laid on Peacock.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of it?
No.
Okay.
Forgot until literally right now.
Okay. Well, if you don't have anything to watch, go home and watch it because it turns out to be really good. Anyway, the theme song for the episodes, like the little intro thing, is this song, and it's called Laid. And this is
cool.
It's a remake of an original. I don't know the original's name, sorry. But the people who made it's The Pains of Being Pure at Heart. And it's really cute, and like I love her voice. Let me just play it for you real quick.
It's a very like early 2000s pop rock, we'll say. Light on the rock.
Light on the rock.
Hold the
but
rock.
Little drum set.
Yeah, there's a little bit of snare.
You're right.
It's good. It's really good. Okay, my song is Pop Music by M and Robin Scott.
Robin Scott?
Robin Scott.
Okay. I've never heard of it.
You probably have. Okay, we're just gonna pop over to our email where you guys sent in your resolutions. Thank you to everybody who sent something in. If you don't know, we asked you guys on Instagram to email advicepodcast@gmail.com your New Year's resolutions, and we're gonna read them and kind of help guide you in the ways that we would tackle them, because that is majority of the battle. We can all make a pretty little list of our intentions for the new year, but really like dividing and conquering is the battle.
Before we get going, let me just say this one thing because I talked about it a little earlier, but the one thing that I really want to tackle in 2025 is not feeling like I'm in a rush. You could put the easiest, simplest task on my to-do list for the day, and all day I will feel like I'm rushing.
Right.
And it's just, I don't know what it is in me that I like feel so overwhelmed when I have something to do, which I don't know, this is going to sound crazy, but
no, I
like,
think it's very relatable.
when I have anything to do, I'm immediately like flustered with everything that I do. And I just don't want to be like that. It's overwhelming and exhausting. So I just don't want to be in a rush in 2025.
Yeah. I think what you're craving is mindfulness in a way. It's like a sense of like,
Just like,
slowing down and like being
absolutely.
present rather than like, what is the rush really?
right.
And I talked about this with Monica because we went to a store on Christmas Eve, and the person working was moving very slow. And the girl behind us was like, and Monica and I were just like chilling, whatever. And we had this conversation in the car where we were like, when people go slow,
Yeah.
they're going
their pace.
They're going their pace. And I think like we're saying we take it as like the universe telling you to slow down. And then like the girl behind us that's scoffing, like you're only stressing yourself out.
Yeah.
Like
it's not
what
going to,
is the rush?
yeah.
And
It's not going to make anything go faster.
It's not. And I think slowing down, like if you realize how out of your control it is, it's to an extent though, obviously like time management comes into play. Like, you know, that girl scoffing behind us, she should have ran away. She's clearly running late to something.
Yeah.
It happens. But, you know, to use that example, she should have planned, oh shit, I need to stop by the store before I head to, I think she's probably heading to Christmas dinner or something.
Yeah.
And like plan around it. I don't know. We did talk about it though. So I feel you on that. And I've kind of adopted that too, where I'm just like even remember when we were dealing with all this set shit, I was like, it's nothing we could do about it. Like we pressed order when we pressed order.
We did what we could.
Things are going to arrive when they arrive.
Yeah.
And it's kind of this like fuck it mentality where you have to just like put your hands up in the air.
Yeah.
It's hard. And it's a lot easier said than done. And certain situations are easier than others. Like I said, there are times when you just be running late or you're just stressed or whatever. But
yeah,
I feel you on that. I think a lot of people would relate to that. And I think it's about just accepting the pace that you're at and being mindful in it and like
totally
being okay with it. Okay, first email, the subject line is one and only, open the fuck up. Hey girlies, sorry it's going to be a longer one. I have so much to say. First of all, Merry Christmas. I've been listening to the pod from the start and I'm a huge fan. I love the new set and how you said this represents you now, calm and put together and adult. I felt that. Second of all, this year was a mess. Big part of it was healing after a toxic relationship. I've lost some pets, crazy college stuff, lots of therapy, moved from home and then back home. My grandpa is really sick and it's making me feel kind of weird for the holidays, but you guys make it feel less uncomfortable. So one big thank you is necessary. But I'm really looking forward to the new year. The main big thing waiting for me in February 2025 is to move to, oh my God, how do you pronounce this? Lublana.
That would be my best guess.
LJUBLJANA for my Erasmus exchange, and it's a dream come true. And with that, I've been thinking about who I am and who I want to be. It feels like a whole new chapter is waiting for me. So my one and only modest New Year's resolution is to open the fuck up. It's time I open myself up to the world. I am going to talk more and say my opinion out loud. I'm going to make sure I'm heard. I'm not going to be afraid to even be loud. I'm opening myself up to new people and new places. I'm opening up my heart because it deserves it. And I'm letting in and out, and I'm letting love in and out. I'm taking up all the space I've been too scared to take, and I'm expanding it too. This year, I'm making space for myself, for all of me, because I'm realizing that I want to live with full lungs. I am sending you lots of brave love from Croatia. You girls mean the world to me and have been a shoulder to lean on. Thank you. Love, Leonarda. P.S. You could say my name. And then a lot of kissy emojis.
I love this.
I think everybody should take a bite of this one.
Oh my God.
I love this resolution. I think it is kind of something we all hit at one point in our lives.
Yeah.
And it is so liberating, and you're so right. All the validating things you said in that, like, you deserve to take up the space. You're here for a reason. Mm-hmm. Like, take it all up. Like, it's your space too. Space is infinite, and there's room for everyone. I love this.
This reminds me of our open heart episode that we did season 3, I believe it was.
Yep.
And we just talked about what it was like to go into things in life with an open heart, and like exactly what you talked about with love, like love first and heart first instead of brain and mind, because that can be very hindering a lot of the times.
Like self-eating snake.
Yeah.
Kind of in your own.
It could stop you from actually experiencing life a lot of the time. So I love this. Okay, for those of you on visual, it is very clearly the next day. Our camera died, so we had to stop and we picked up where we left off. But what I was saying was, give yourself yes days. I think that's a good way to like wake up in the morning and know you might experience something new. You might meet someone new. I think it's a good opportunity for you not to fall back into like your comfort zone when you're wanting to go into next year with that open heart theory and mindset. Designated yes days. It's something that I do. It's something that like got me out of my isolation rut. So yeah, that's one thing that I think will help you with your resolution.
I like the thought of that, like having intentional days.
Yeah.
Because then if you say like, oh, like this year is going to be a yes year, or from now on, I'm just going to be a yes person. Like,
right. Like what does that mean?
Kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it means the same thing as the day, but it's a bigger commitment rather than just resetting the clock every 24 hours.
Right. Okay. Here's the next one. The title is what got me. It's called Trying to Make Resolutions Not Feel Like a Chore. Hey girlies and Link. I'm not normally one to do quote resolutions because, speaking for me personally, when I don't stick to it, I feel like I failed and then I lose the motivation to continue. I believe change and setting goals is very important, but it is hard when you're mean to yourself about failing. But I have started to do a word of the year. Last year was growth, which will always be a work in progress. But now with having one word, when I look back at that year, I look at all the growth instead of all the things I didn't stick to. This coming year, my word is balance. Wow, I love this. This past year, especially around the holidays, I found myself not having a great balance between my work, my life, and my relationships. I just really want to nurture those and find the balance that I need. In my case, my word of the year is just my umbrella word. So there are still many little categories that I would like to stick to. I would like to understand my mental health more. I would like to start therapy. I want to be more conscientious about what I eat. Reading. I love to read, but I haven't found time to pick up a book recently. I want to be more mindful about my phone/social media scrolling. Nurture my existing relationships, animal, friend, and relationship. Journal more, digital or physical. I really picked up journaling this year and it has helped clear my mind a lot. So I could love to stick to it, but not feel bad if I don't do it. The biggest change this coming year is I am transitioning from being an employee to my own LLC, booth renting in a salon. And it is very exciting, but also really terrifying. When I get really overwhelmed by it, I ask myself, what is my point of failure? If it doesn't work out for me, I can always go back to being an employee. It isn't going to take my capability to do hair away, and that is why one of my biggest things for this year is trying to find balance. If you read this, thank you so much, and I would love any advice to keep resolutions not feeling like chores. I hope that someone can relate and find this helpful, and feel free to paraphrase anything. Happy New Year. I love you, girlies.
That's extremely relatable, at least to me. I know to several other people too, because I feel like I am an all or nothing mindset person, and that is just not the way to be. Like that's just unrealistic in nearly every situation. So balance, I like that. Like it, just because maybe this booth thing might not work out, it doesn't, like, I love that you said it doesn't take away your whole passion for it. It's just you'll take a different approach to it.
Right. Sometimes I feel like it's really daunting, especially with a New Year's resolution, when you set this like one big goal. Sometimes we don't realize that like pivoting is the answer.
Yeah.
And it's a possibility.
And often what you have to do.
Right. It's
we set,
necessary.
Yeah. We set goals, obviously never have achieving that goal before. So once you are halfway down the path to achieve it, you might realize it's not what you thought it was going to be.
Right. Yeah,
you have to
exactly. Yeah. We go into these resolutions thinking like, okay, this is the path I take.
This is good for me.
Right.
Might not be.
But pivoting is
like part of it.
It's part of it. Yeah. I love that. And I also love the word of the year. So you can look back on like 2024 and think, okay, that was my year of growth. What can I clock that contributed to that year? And you're not dwelling on shit that you like didn't check off your resolution checklist.
Right.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I think I might do that, because as of right now, I have 0 resolutions.
That's good.
I think that's kind of how I was like the last time we did this too. Like that's when I said the new year for me is usually my birthday.
Yeah.
Like this just feels like another holiday.
Yeah.
This just feels like a few days after Christmas.
Right.
It still feels like Christmas time to me. So I don't take it too seriously.
No. And I very rarely, I think for the podcast is like what I mostly do resolutions for. But the fact that this past week and I was able to clock that I wanted to start like taking my days slower.
Right.
I was like, oh, I need to not be in a rush in 2025. But that was just something that like came to me naturally. So,
and I think that's a good way to look at your resolutions too. Like as much as intention is important, like you could also pick up a resolution on a random Tuesday in the middle of the year.
Right.
As for like how to look or how to not see your resolutions as chores, we're kind of sitting here both like scratching our head, because I think that's an okay way to look at it. It's something, if it's important to you, it's something you have to do like a chore. Right. I don't think it's wrong to look at it with that set of discipline. I'm sure there's, at least with me, even the word chore, I'm like, ugh. Because chores growing up, like worst thing in the world, gonna get your ass kicked if you don't do it. Maybe try and not use that word if that's like a word to you. Look at it as an intention rather than a chore. And you, like, nobody's gonna kick your ass if you don't do it.
Yep.
So just look at it as an intention. Maybe just change the word, because it, like, at the end of the day, it kind of is a chore.
And I think at the end of the day, like if it were like a actual chore and you know, we're 2-3 months down the line and you're like, fuck, now I got to focus on this, then maybe it's just not something that you should be focusing on.
It's not
like,
aligned.
Yeah. If goals feel so chore-like to you that you actually like despise focusing on them, then it's not a goal for you. Mm-hmm. You know, at the end of the day, your goals are something that you should be passionate about.
Right. And excited for.
Exactly. No matter how hard the work is to get there.
Okay, next entry. The subject line is traveling solo, New Year's resolutions. Hi, Alex and Kristen. Love you both and the pod. I hope you can help me with the following. I'm a 22-year-old female, and I've just finished my honors degree at university. I'm officially done studying, and as exciting as I thought it is, it's also very daunting. When I was in matric, my final year of high school, not sure what you call it in the U.S. Whoa, matric. It's senior year.
Yeah.
That's it.
Seniors.
I wasn't sure what I wanted to study in university and was really interested in rather than taking a gap year where I would travel and discover more about myself. However, COVID hit and suddenly my gap year of traveling wasn't looking so possible. So I went straight into university after high school and put my dream gap year of traveling aside. Luckily, the degree I ended up doing was a good one. I've enjoyed it for the most part, and although it has been a roller coaster of 4 years, I think I've done one of the best degrees I could have done for me, which brings us to now. I've decided to take the leap and have 2025 be my year of traveling. I have a part-time job lined up so I can earn money to fund my travels as well as use the money I've been saving up for from working part-time this year. The boyfriend, what? Oh, never mind. Okay, that's the second line. I thought I made that up. I was like, my fever's hitting. The problem I'm facing is that all of my friends and boyfriend are still studying or have jobs and are not in positions where they're able to travel for extended periods of time. So I will be traveling by myself. I would say I'm a pretty introverted person, and from past experience, I don't do super well when I'm isolated by myself. I lived by myself for 2 months, and it was the worst 2 months of my life. I so badly want to travel, but sometimes I feel depressed that it might not be a possibility for me, or that I actually can't do it. I know that I'll probably need to plan my trips in more detail if I'm traveling by myself so that each day is packed with things to do. I'm also aware that tour groups exist and that I could do those, but they tend to be more touristy and fast-paced, which is not how I'd like to experience my travels. Also, the issue of safety, traveling as a single woman who is on the smaller side in size. I guess my New Year's resolution, which has stemmed from this, is how do I become more of an independent person that is able to put myself out there when it's just me in a new place. If either of you have advice on how I could go about these travels so I can have the confidence to enjoy the experiences and have comfort in my own company, how can I feel secure and safe within myself, be able to make decisions and trust myself? It would be greatly appreciated. I feel that traveling solo is going to result in so much personal growth and change me as a person for the better. I also know that not every day is going to be easy and full of happiness, but I'd really like to strive past just surviving the trips and actually enjoying them. Any advice or general solo travel tips from fellow listeners are also welcome too. I'll be reading the comments. Thanks to you both. I hope you both have an amazing festive season and a great new year. Much love and look forward to the year of Oddvice ahead. Okay. The topic of solo travel is something I'm very passionate about. And I think it's something, no matter if you want to label yourself introvert, extrovert, wherever you lie in that, I think it is the best thing in the world to do for yourself. Speaking from experience, I think the best way to go into solo traveling is with no plan. It's very quickly become my favorite thing to go to a city or whatever I'm traveling and do what I would do in my day-to-day life, but just in a new location. I think this is the best way to discover like local spots, local restaurants, coffee shops, whatever, with no plan. Because you're right, like if you do join the tourist groups, which it's a thing, it's a lucrative business for a reason.
It's overwhelming.
You're so rushed. It's usually like so expensive.
You usually don't see like the authentic culture of where you are too.
Never. And like half the time they're making up the shit that they're pointing at that building saying so and so live there, and they're fully making it up. Like I've never trusted it. I've done like a few tours. I did one in Australia, but it was because it was from like a local.
That's cool.
We took a leap because it was someone on the side of the road that was like, giving tours, and we were like, fuck it, let's do it. And
Wow.
like we sussed it out, like they were cool.
Yeah.
And that was the best way to do it because we really did get the local tour. But I don't necessarily condone that either. I didn't do that alone, and I wouldn't have done that alone. That was different. That was a trip where I was with a group. Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't put this like pressure on it. I think you're kind of hyping up, being scared of like being disappointed before you've even gone into it. Go into it with no expectations. Just go into it and see how you're feeling in that moment, in that day, whatever. Because you're right. It could also be, depending on where you're traveling, it can be kind of scary traveling alone as like you said, like a smaller woman, whatever. But you just kind of like suss it out as it comes, and your first trip will be the hardest. But then after that, you're going to come home and you're going to realize how much more rejuvenated you feel after a solo trip than you do a group trip. And you're going to be like, oh, I prefer solo travel. So just do it. Oh, yeah. Like I feel like bad advice just saying that, but do it.
I think that's sometimes you just have to throw yourself in the fucking deep end. Yeah. But I think what's happening is you're kind of associating how you are at home and in your everyday life to how you will be traveling solo. But it's a whole new experience for you, and you're going to be somewhere new. You're going to be solo. But I think something could come out of you that you don't know is inside of you because you haven't experienced that yet. Like, is that making sense?
That actually, like, I'm so glad you said that because that is what it's like.
Yeah. Like you will discover more about you traveling alone than you already know about yourself, how you are day to day in real life.
I feel like I'm more social when I'm alone. Like I'll go up to the bar or I'll sit at the bar to eat because I feel like that's where people who eat alone usually sit.
Yeah.
And like I'll talk to the bartender more than I ever would if I was back here and went to a solo dinner. Like,
yeah, give yourself more credit. Like
I think you'll want to romanticize every moment, and you'll feel this like new version of yourself that you'll just be like testing the waters of like even if you just want to try and act like a new version of yourself for that one dinner.
Yeah, do it. You have nothing to lose.
Yeah, or like bring a little notebook and like write, like romanticize the fuck out of it. And I think Alex is right. It'll bring a new side of you out.
Yeah. I'm excited for you. Keep us updated because that's that's a cool opportunity. Like it's a blessing that all of your family and friends are busy this year and you have this year to like really lock it in. And I think Kristen's right as far as planning. Like it could be overwhelming when you have too much plan. Like you were talking about filling your days.
No.
But then like at what point are you just like checking those things off your list and you're not actually there experiencing them? I think doing your day-to-day routine in the new places, that's a good call, Kristen. Okay, here's the next entry. New Year's resolution to grow a fucking backbone. Hi girlies, I hope you had a happy holiday season and are ready for the new year. You both are at such exciting times in your lives and I love hearing all about it. So my resolution, for starters, I'm a 31-year-old mom of 2, and ever since having kids, it has only become that much more apparent to me that I'm a people pleaser, peacekeeper, and basically a doormat. I've been this way my whole life, and it is the last thing I want my kids to be, to spend their life not standing up for themselves and always over accommodating to make everyone else comfortable, while they slowly lose themselves. Even thinking about my kids living like that brings tears to my eyes. My daughter is nearly 5, and she is as fiery as a young girl can be. She is fierce and brave and unapologetically takes up space in every room she's in. She's my husband to a T, and those qualities are what first attracted me to him. Side note, my husband always encourages me to stand my ground. Thank God, because I can only imagine how horrible it would be to be a chronic people pleaser and be married to someone who exploited that. I just don't want her to see her mom and think, oh, maybe I should be doing that too. I've been consciously making an effort to not be like this, but old habits die hard, and I always end up feeling the friction of standing up for myself, and I backtrack to just do whatever I need to so I keep the peace. Any advice is so helpful, but even if this isn't something that resonates with you, it feels more manageable when I see it written out. Best to you, Lida. I feel like this is one of those things, I mean, you kind of hit the nail in the head, like old habits die hard, but this is one of those things where you kind of just have to practice using your voice and don't double back on it, right? Is that the phrase? But double back? Don't pedal back?
I don't know. I feel like double back sounds fine.
Sure, yeah.
You get it.
Just don't take it back. There we go.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things that'll be like messy at first too.
Exactly.
Where there's going to be times where like, God, I kind of sounded mean sticking up for myself right there. And maybe you did, because it is kind of hard to do at first without aggression. Like
right.
There's going to be a lot of like
practice.
Yeah. A lot of mess ups too. So don't feel like just because it doesn't come natural the first time you practice it, you just can't do it.
Yeah. But I think make it like a vulnerable thing for you too.
Yeah.
Like involve the people around you in this new goal of yours. Like I'm glad your husband is the way that he is. That's such a blessing. Sit down and have a conversation with him and be like, look, I'm going to practice just saying how I feel in the moment. And if it comes out wrong and weird and icky, I'm sorry, but I'm going to practice saying how I feel. And if you could take those opportunities, talking to your husband,
Sure.
if you could take those opportunities to like, hey, maybe next time, like say it like this. I feel like the more vulnerable you're able to get in these scenarios, the more everything's out on the table, and you won't feel the like shame or the judgment that might come with standing your ground. Because like you even said, sometimes I'll just like keep the peace. Like I'll say what I want, but then I'll take it back and keep the peace. But I think say what you want and just get rid of the keep the peace, because at the end of the day, like it's only deserving you. So I think it'll just take practice.
I think it's smart to tell the people around you too, because unfortunately there are a lot of people that get very comfortable with the people pleasers around them.
Yes.
And the second you want to change that, they see it as like a switch up. Like,
whoa,
what
whoa,
the
whoa.
fuck? Like
you weren't like this.
Yeah. You're not in the box I put you in.
Yeah.
That kind of goes with a lot of changes. When you want to change, like sadly, often the people around you like won't be cool with it, but then you weed them out. That's okay.
Yeah.
But like, I think especially with like the husband situation, because you like live together and shit, I'm assuming. I feel like it would be smart to be like, hey, this is my New Year's resolution, just so he like sees it coming. Not that you can't. That's not me saying you guys can't change unless you let other people know. Like that's not what I mean by it. And I think you know that.
Like the vulnerable side of it, like letting everything out on the table so you don't feel that shame that comes with not keeping the peace.
Right. And I just don't want anybody else to like, what the fuck is this? Because then that makes you feel so much worse. Yeah. It's like, sorry, I'm just trying to like improve myself, you know?
Right.
I feel like there's people that would do that, sadly.
Yeah, but don't let them sway you from wanting to grow. I
think you also mentioned your daughter's like this, like learn from your daughter too. And that might sound silly on the surface because you're like, well, she's a literal child. I'm not going to act like a child.
We have a lot to learn from kids.
Yeah, I think we do. I think like if you could just, I'm trying to think of like an example. I don't know her specifically, but I don't know. I feel like even my niece Sarah, like she always just says what's on her mind, like without a filter. And I had a moment over the holiday break where I was like, damn, like I kind of fuck with that attitude. And like I had one of those moments where I was like I want to be like that, and translate it into adult terms. But I think there's nothing wrong with like admiring the way your kid is. I think when we have kids, like the universe also gives us souls that kind of weigh out the sides of our personalities that like maybe we wish we had or that we've let go. Yeah, I think they're meant to challenge us. So you're more than welcome to take lessons from her too. Okay, next entry. The subject line is breaking generational curses and saying ciao to men who can't look after themselves. Hello, ladies and mom back at home. No need to keep it on. You can call me Moon. This is the first time I'm writing in, and I'm excited to put this out because I've been wanting to talk to someone about my thoughts behind my goals for 2025. Let me start from the beginning. I'll start off by saying I love my dad, but growing up, he was and still is an alcoholic. As I've gotten older and spoken to my older sister about the family lore, I've come to realize that I'm a lot like my dad when it comes to addiction. I tend to smoke a lot more than I drink. Medical is finally legal in Australia. Woo. But when I do drink, I wake up and have a severe panic attack or raging anxiety. I've recently gotten out of a relationship where the man I was dating was an alcoholic and refused to acknowledge it. I had to cry, begging him multiple times not to drink and drive, and I got him a breathalyzer at home after driving home 3 times over the alcohol limit. not the first time. Also, to add, his dad died at 26 from drunk driving.
Oh my God.
I tend to date people that are like my dad. It's not uncommon, but I have this I can fix them complex and always seem to put them on a pedestal. I won't ramble too much because the whole story is crazy cuckoo bananas, but we were building a flat to live together in out the back of his parents' house when we broke up. I got kicked out of his family home for being an addict because of my weed gummies. But yet, even though they acknowledge he is an alcoholic, they still feed him booze and tell him to just have it in moderation. I found this out in the past week because he told me his pericarditis came back. It's inflammation around the heart. It gets bad when he drinks too much. Shocking. Regardless, I stepped away from the relationship and started going to therapy, started to see my friends and live for myself again. But it enraged me that I got dumped and told to better myself. And I do, but I come back to see he's done nothing. A long-winded explanation, but I want to go sober, but I'm scared of being boring or missing out on things. But something inside me is excited to be sober. I want to give myself maybe 2 days a month to have a drink if I want, but I feel like that's cheating. I also want to put back myself on that damn pedestal because I'm the only one who belongs up there. I'm just struggling to remind myself that's where I belong. I just don't know how to manage it, be social and stick to what I know is best for me or staying sober. And also how to learn to love myself after hating myself in a relationship for a year and a half. Thank you for reading this if you do. Even if you don't respond, this is a great outlet. I got to dust off that journal. Can't wait for the rest of the season. Thanks for being my online besties. Also, if you didn't catch on, I'm Aussie and you should definitely come to Australia this year. If you want a tour guide for South Australia, it's stunning and I'd love to share the good spots for you to travel. Thank you. Oh, Moon. Scrolling back to where you said you want to go sober, but / kind of want to have 2 days a month. If you know, considering you are someone with a alcoholic background, I would say just go stone cold sober. I think it's kind of contradicting what we just said earlier, where I was like, all or nothing mindset, it could be toxic. But with
Addiction
something
is
like
different.
addiction, it is so different. I think we all can fill in that blank. But yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea at all. And I think that's like such a great aspiration to have, even if you just want to try it for a year, whatever you want to do. I think just make sure you're doing it for you only, not to like prove anything to anyone or just only for you. Yeah, I just want to kind of say that because I feel like we also all know that if people don't get sober for just themselves, it's also kind of a dark hole.
It's not the right reasons to do it.
Yeah, I would encourage some resources throughout this too, if that is any like meetings you can go to or anybody else that's also sober that you feel like you can kind of lean on during this. Because I think when younger people get sober, especially, we do kind of all have that fear of like, like you said it perfectly, like, am I going to be boring? Like, am I not going to want to socialize? Because it is such a big part, generally speaking, of like young people. Drinking culture is a big part of it. But you can ask a lot of people who are sober and young. That is rarely the case. You tend to only feel that way when you're drinking. When you're drinking, yeah, because you're drinking to mask things, and that looks different for everybody. But yeah, I think this is a great resolution to have. Another thing, you mentioned how frustrating it is after you got out of this relationship. You got into therapy, started seeing your friends and living for yourself again. And then it enraged you to see that he had been doing nothing. This is the classic tale of a breakup, especially breakups that are surrounded by self-growth. And, you only break up because both of you are like, we need to like grow by ourselves. And then you don't do it. It feels like the breakup was for nothing, right? It's extremely frustrating. I get it. I hear you. And so do millions of people listening. But again, it kind of goes along with the reason you're getting sober. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't do anything for other people's approval or anything like that. People are going to do what they want to do, especially after a fucking breakup. It sets a fire off in everybody very differently. And if he doesn't want to get better, then homegirl, you fucking dodged a bullet. Good thing you got out when you did, because he's clearly stuck in his ways for whatever his reasons are. Send him off with love, wish him the best, but his growth now more than ever has literally nothing to do with you. But I get it. It is frustrating, and it feels
like unfair.
You kind of like, oh, yeah. It's like, it makes you want to like stomp your feet. Like, what the fuck? Like, what was all that for?
Mm-hmm.
But that happens a lot.
You also mentioned learning how to love yourself after hitting yourself in that relationship for over a year. I think once you are able to disconnect, like kind of like what Kristen was saying, once you're able to disconnect the other person's growth and where they're at in life and their judgments on you and how you are in that relationship, you will fall into your own. Like you will no longer associate your worth to that other person. It just won't exist anymore. But that's what takes work and time and being able to release their control on how you perceive yourself, because it was a habit, quote unquote, for so long, but it just takes a lot of work to release those chains that he had on you. But it's worth it, and you'll feel it.
Yeah, it does take time, and that's like the worst thing to hear, but it has to just be a constant reminder every day to yourself, like before you catch yourself like going to check social media or text someone that you might have texted before to get an update about him. Like, check yourself and be like, nope, it doesn't matter, and then it'll get easier every day.
Okay, here is the next entry. It's called Get Me the Hell Out of Ohio. New Year resolutions.
Same.
Hey guys, love y'all and love the pod. I saw your post about New Year's resolutions, and I feel you both would have some good insight to help me with mine. One of my bigger goals for 2025 is to move out of my hometown. I'm 27 years old and have lived in or very near to my hometown my entire life. The closest I've ever gotten to not living here is studying abroad for a semester years ago. But even since then, I've been itching to move out of a state and try something new. I feel like the things that have stopped me in the past have been money, time, the pandemic, etc. I'm currently in school getting my second bachelor's degree in graphic design, and I will be graduating this upcoming May. It just feels like a perfect time for me to take this next step, as I'm young, single, have no children or pets, and soon will be done with school. I've been wanting to move to Seattle and recently got back from visiting there for a second time, and I loved it just as much as the first. I'm starting to feel really excited and optimistic, but I also want to be realistic. I have started to really think about and plan budgeting and my finances. I would love to hear if you guys have any tips on finding places to live across the country without being able to easily see them in person. I remember you guys talking about that a little when moving to NYC. I have one friend that is living out there, which is really nice to have someone, but I've also been thinking about making friends out there, finding and living with roommates. I've been living alone for the last couple of years and have never had roommates. Wow. What a life.
Yeah. I'm like, are you sure you want to
finding a job, ideally in my field, etc. There's just so much to think about and plan. I feel like this may be a big goal to have as a New Year's resolution, but I also have been wanting to do it for so long that I feel like it's possible now. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to read this, and I hope it wasn't too long. I know this isn't necessarily an advice episode, but I'd love to hear all of your tips. P.S. If we're talking smaller resolutions, I'm hoping to stay hydrated and cook for myself more. Love y'all and Happy New Year. I think this is totally a feasible, possible New Year's resolution. Yeah. Moving to a new city, and you're already like thinking about your finances. You already have someone out there. You already love Seattle. You're literally just like one step away from actually living there, which is finding a place to live. I think you thinking about financing and budgeting, that's step one. And once you have that all figured out, as far as like, okay, your ideal job salary and what that can get you in what area, start thinking about like neighborhoods that you like. And if you can't go and visit those neighborhoods, scour the internet, Reddit, fucking TikTok for the next 2 weeks, Google Maps, have your friend like let you know what neighborhoods her friends live in and things like that. Like, I feel like that's how basically Kristen found her apartment building. Like a friend of a friend lived there.
Yep.
And using your resources, if you aren't able to obviously like be in Seattle during the search, that's going to be your best friend.
Yeah.
Totally doable though. And it's really exciting. And I think once you really focus on it, everything will fall into place. And don't worry about like finding the perfect apartment.
You will.
To get there. But like you might not.
You will for the time to get you there.
Yeah, you'll find what gets you there. It might not. It probably won't be the perfect apartment, but it'll get you into Seattle, and then you have one short year of a lease to
just like tough through it.
Yeah, tough through it and find something that you know, it'll give you time to find something where you might settle even more so. So don't feel like you have to have all the answers right away. Just do what it takes to get there. Because that's all that matters. Getting out of your comfort zone and out of your small town that's the hardest part.
Yeah, I think we fail to remember that humans are a lot more resilient than like we ever give ourselves for. It's really just anxiety that makes us feel we're not that resilient. I know a big thing, at least out here in New York, that I hear people do a lot is when they're looking to move, they'll they'll just like book an Airbnb for 1 month to get your shit here and then be able to do your home hunt
while
in
you're
person.
There.
Yeah. Obviously, as you know, we didn't do that. We fucking got one iPhone video from our broker and we were just like, okay, yeah, we'll take it.
We got fucked too.
But I mean, we kind of didn't, considering how bad that could have been. There's people who
it could have been bad.
There's people who get videos and it's like not even a real unit and like whatever. So we, all things considered, we got okay. But regardless, don't do that is what I'm trying to say. Don't do what we did. And if you can get out to Seattle for even like a month or a few weeks just to like do the search yourself, I think that would be really smart. That's something that I wish we could have done. I think it would have been really smart too. But yeah, I think it's really smart to ask your friends what the vibe of each neighborhood is because like we said in, I think it was the first episode this season, we were like saying how Trevi told us the whole time, she's like, Midtown is like boring, and we were like, whatever. And that's exactly how Midtown ended up being.
Yeah.
I think getting that local perspective of like the stereotype of each neighborhood is a lot more valuable than any like BuzzFeed article could give you, any TikTok could give you. Just talk to the locals before.
Yeah.
And for the roommate situation, last thing, check like Facebook and whatnot. I know one of my friends, she found her current roommate off a Facebook group and things have been going well. She's a good roommate and that's all you need. Doesn't need to be your best friend. Doesn't need to be your roommate for life, but those type of places, there's also like female focus groups too. There's people on there, real people, nice people that are just looking to find somebody to like sublease a room in their apartment. So it's worth a try. Trust your gut with anything with that type of online shit too, of course. Like if it feels too good to be true, it is, and so on. But this is really exciting. I think this isn't too big of a New Year's resolution at all. No. I think it's even silly to call it a New Year's resolution. It sounds like this is something that's been in your horizon for a minute. You're being really level-headed and smart about it. And it just so happens to land near January 1st. So
you're moving to Seattle this year.
Yeah, that's just what's going to happen. And we're excited for you. So keep us updated with everything. Okay, next entry. The subject line is focusing on myself without neglecting those I love. Hi, Kristen and Alex. Love the pod and the new setup. I've never written in before, but I have been a listener since day one. I love this podcast topic, and since your girl needs to make some changes in the upcoming year, I will be participating in New Year's resolutions this time around and would love some advice. A little background, I am 25 years old and currently waiting on a decision from a very competitive program that if I attend, I will be leaving my current life as I know it. I will need to leave my job, family, and boyfriend that I have lived with for 4 years since he will be going back to get his master's. He's going Ivy League, and I'm a proud girlfriend who needed to throw that in.
Wow.
That's badass. I'll be moving a few hours away, and the program would average 5 to 6 days a week with some 12-hour days between the clinical and classroom time and very little time off throughout the 12 months. It's intense, but I'm ready to put the work in. I've always been an independent person, but I tend to take on other people's problems and emotions as if they're my own. I feel this urge to fix everything for those I love, and while that might seem helpful, it will not be sustainable for this next year. My New Year's resolution is to stop being so all or nothing when it comes to relationships and less involved with people's problems while still being a good girlfriend, sister, friend, etc. I want to prioritize myself, but I don't want to alienate the people I love in the process. Do you have any advice for making this resolution a reality? Specifically, advice when everyone will be living 1 to 4 hours away. Wishing you both nothing but happiness and good health in this new year. Thanks for keeping me entertained and being my comfort pod over the years. Can't wait to hear about your New Year's resolutions. Please keep it on if you share this one. Happy New Year. So you're in a sticky situation because you do live far away from these people. I like reading this, I was thinking you're kind of alienating yourself geographically, which can be really hard, but not impossible. I don't say that to discourage you. Something that popped in my head was something me, Alex, Brie, and Leanna try to do ever so often, because we all live all over the map at this point, is like a group FaceTime. Things like that where you can kind of set intentional time for that person or people or family, whoever, and like give them kind of undivided attention is a really good way for like long distance communication to feel not just like a sending you a meme or texting you back. It's like, hey, let's connect like face to face as much as you can.
Yeah.
With FaceTime and everything. But also try and be nice to yourself. You're 25 years old. You're in like the thick of this part of your career where you're it's very labor intensive is what it sounds like. It's very time and labor intensive. And this reminds me of like people we know that were in like nursing programs and shit for a few years.
We like dead didn't see them.
Exactly. And sometimes it's like that for a few years of people's lives where you're just in that phase right now. So, you know, I think this is very mindful and healthy for you to have this intention and whatnot, but I think it's also okay. And I think you should also be really proud of yourself that you are in this like independent, focused as fuck era of your life, and for good reason. You know, if you were writing in, you were just like, fuck people, I don't want to talk to anybody, all right, that reason's a little icky, and like dig deeper there. But you're working, you're busy, and you're working towards something really amazing. So I think it's okay to be in this phase.
Yeah, and it's not forever. So you're going to come out on the other side of it, and at the end of the day, like your real family and friends will stick around even if you were a little MIA for a few years. Like
they know why.
Yeah, they know what's up. I think Kristen's right, designating like valuable time to those people when it matters is what's important. It's hard to do, but I think if it's on your list of things that are important to you, then you'll get it done regardless. Yeah. But it's temporary.
The power of a thinking of you text.
Yeah.
Like I just, you know, you don't feel like you have to fully exhaust yourself, especially when they're 1 to 4 hours away. Like that's just adulthood.
Yep.
You're just you're in adulthood right now, but I could tell you're a great person for even considering these things, and I'm excited for you. This next chapter sounds fucking crazy, but really badass.
Yeah. I want to know what you're studying.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm kind of confused.
6 day. Are you like, you're probably curing cancer or like space stuff?
Space stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. 6 days a week, 12 hours in the lab. Like, what the fuck are you studying?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably like
it's either medicine,
medical shit.
It's either medicine or like crazy science.
Oh my God. And your boyfriend's on some Ivy League shit.
Yeah,
y'all are so cool.
You guys are gonna be so okay.
Yeah, you're literally fine. Oh, that's so badass.
Wow, what a crazy life to live.
Yeah, good for you.
Okay, I chose this one to be the last one because I think it's a nice little circle back reminder for all of us. It's called Boo New Year's Resolutions.
Yeah.
Hello. I really, really tried to come up with a New Year's resolution this year and go along with the hype of it all, but it's just not happening. The hustle and anxiety New Year's resolutions bring me are extremely toxic, and honestly, I think it does the opposite. It makes me feel unmotivated. Aside from that, I feel like my New Year starts in the summer when the sun brings the energy back into me. I do live in the Midwest, so New Year's is usually dark, gloomy, cold, snowy, and just kind of depressing. Right after a major draining holiday too, no thanks. Attached is a winter versus summer where I live. How can you be motivated surrounded by gloom versus summer where everything is alive? I love winters, but the Midwest summers just hit so different. Anyway, love you guys. I love this.
I'm saying.
I like, if any of you guys I'm sure there are people who relate to this. Don't feel discouraged because you weren't able to like make a big change come January 1st. Like, that's not what even this episode is about. Like, we're here to obviously give you guys advice because people, are constantly growing.
Yeah.
No matter the date of the year. But this is such a good point. Like, if you're not feeling motivated in the dead of winter, there's still summer. And that's like human nature.
Yeah. I mean, it is like a lot of people believe that spring is the new year because it is everything's
the rebirth,
blooming, and like, it is.
These pictures are beautiful.
Oh my God. The difference is crazy. Yeah. I would be on your side too. Guys, just to describe it, it's typical like dead shrubs and snow. And then you swipe and it looks like a fairy little greenery
trees.
Garden. Like, wow. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm on your side about this.
Yeah. I love that though.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to look at it. And even if you don't even fuck with spring or summer like that, like it can happen any day, any moment. And I think it works for a lot of people. The New Year's resolution thing does the, 1-1. If you're maybe like more of like a logical mind, that could be,
you're starting at literally level 1.
Yeah. I do understand why it's a thing. But if you don't relate to it, there's nothing wrong with you. Mm-hmm. And it's just another day. It's just another day. And I think society chops it up as a lot, but it's kind of just even a different calendar year. But is it even the right day? Like, do we even
know? Yeah.
See?
That's a whole other topic.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what even is this?
But even scrolling through like all of the emails that you guys sent, a majority of them are like on the same, you guys are all on the same path. We're all on the same path. Like we all want to better ourselves in like very specific ways in our lives. And you don't technically need January 1st to know that or to think that like, oh, I want to grow in this way. We can take that opportunity whenever.
Yeah. And I hope I don't want the like New Year's mindset to create kind of like a toxic goal too. Like Alex just said, I sometimes when we do the email entry episodes, it really gives us a glimpse in our little sector of the internet, how common everybody's problems are. Yeah. And I hope that brings comfort. I say that in like a comforting way, we're all on the same path and everything, but reading how, kind of emotional you guys are about like, oh my God, I need to be the best version of myself this year. And I really just want to like love myself and I just want to hug all of you guys. Cause I'm like, I could feel the like distress around obsessing over it when, to be honest, and I hope this brings comfort, that should and will probably always be a goal of yours. So try not to give it this pressure of like, this year I'm just going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Is that making sense?
I think what
it's always going to be a goal.
Yeah. I think growth is forever.
Yeah.
And the types of things that we typically see like in these entries are things that we learn and relearn all throughout our lives. They're not something that we like master.
Oh, I get it now.
No.
I get how to be happy and love myself now.
Exactly. Like that's just life. It's a fucking roller coaster for a reason.
So I hope that takes pressure off though, that you guys aren't like, okay, by December 31st, 2025, I will be able to check this off a list. Like you won't, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's why it's also okay if you don't have a goal come 1/1/25, because the goal will always be there. I'm operating at 20%.
No, it
I'm
makes
so
sense.
sick, and I feel like I'm not making any
It makes
fucking
so
sense
much
right
sense.
now.
Yeah.
But like, because I feel like I did like the New Year's shit. I did do a lot in like my early 20s. Like I was always like, I'm gonna work out every day and like eat healthy, and I got so like obsessed with it.
But like for
what? Like
you did it,
but then like
are you a better person now?
I have to keep doing it. Is the thing is like regardless of 1/1/25, like you will keep doing it, and I don't know.
It's making sense.
I hope so. I'm just really sick.
She needs to go lay down.
You guys, I'm so sick right now. I feel like shit, and I'm sweaty.
Yeah, you got the flu.
Yeah, I got the suds.
Did you take a bath?
I haven't showered today.
No, I meant last night.
Oh, no, I took a shower. I was going to take a bath, but I just wanted to lay down like in something soft.
Yeah.
You know what I want to get for my bath? I want to get one of those like,
the
like cushions.
The like body things.
Yeah.
Do it.
I need
you know
to
what?
do that.
If anyone's going to invest in shit like that, it's you.
I want to like do up my bath.
Do it.
Like, I want to get like, they have these like, I guess rechargeable and like waterproof suction jets you could put on your tub.
Fire.
See, I think I need that.
Do it.
Oh, I just feel like ass. I swear I feel like ass almost every New Year's.
Oh.
I'm like always sick around New Year's.
Yeah.
I think
it's just like winter too.
Of course, but I guess that's another thing that kind of sucks with
resolutions.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not my
I want
first
to be
day
healthy.
of the year.
Like, bitch, focus what's going on in your
right now
immune system right now.
I'm either sick, right, like this type of sick, or I'm hungover come Jan 1 from going out the night before. Like,
right. The years that you're not like in bed sick.
Yeah.
You're hungover.
Exactly. It's New Year's Day is never like a high vibe. There's always something wrong.
I don't think I want to do anything New Year's Eve. Like, I'm not going to do anything. I don't give a fuck. I'm definitely, the thing out in New York is like ticketed club events.
Yeah.
And you have to like, they have like capacity and shit. So you can't just like walk into any old bar.
We made that mistake once where we were like, we'll just bar hop.
Yeah.
And it was like, do you have a ticket? No. Do you have a ticket? No.
No. So I'm not doing that this year.
Yeah.
I just want to chill.
Yeah.
I just want to chill. I have that bottle of Chandon. If you want to come over and like cheers a bottle of or glass of champagne at midnight and then call it
run
quits.
home.
Literally, like that's my vibe this year.
Yeah. You don't think you'll have people over?
Oh, we might.
Okay.
But like if they're doing their own thing, we're not gonna
sure
party at our house. You know,
Yeah.
Like we're gonna extend the invite because I think we'll be here regardless.
Right. Okay. Yeah, if you have like a party, I probably won't if I'm feeling like this. But if it is just you guys, then I would
just come over for a glass of Chandon.
I could see myself being in bed by 9.
100%.
And I'll just like wake up and I'm like, oh, it's just another day.
The same shit.
Unless because it's Sunday right now, by the way, in this moment. Unless I feel better by tomorrow on Monday.
Right. New Year's Eve is Tuesday, right?
Yes, but like I feel like I always like to feel better
the day before.
Yeah. Just, I'm not trying to like spread and shit. I even feel like bad that I'm like this. I even wore a mask when I walked in here. Like
I'm gonna go get. You see me like leaning.
No, and you should.
Yeah.
I should have honestly probably wore a mask while I was recording right now.
I don't care.
I have it in my back pocket. You want me to put it on now?
No. The deed's done.
Yeah.
And like I don't
reading like this.
And like I don't touch your mic or anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some like emergency or
Take
something.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Just you should be this time
And
of year
also
anyway.
at the end of the day, if I get sick, I get fucking sick.
Yeah.
I don't have plans for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, that's how I feel right now too. Now that the holidays are pretty much done, I'm like
I'm chilling.
Okay,
I need to get back
until
into
my
some
birthday.
regular shit.
I want no decorations anymore. I'm done with your tree's gone.
No, do you notice? I took my tree down the 27th.
Yeah, that's
actually, the 27th.
It needs to happen. I'm done with decorations. I'm done with Christmas music. I flew home the 27th and there was Christmas music in the airport still.
Ugh.
I'm done with it. Stop saying happy holiday. Like I don't want to hear anything.
No.
I'm done. I'm so done. I just want a normal ass Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah. You know what I love
no
is
movies.
like the last 2 weeks of January where everyone's like done with the
Like winter
Yeah.
culture.
yeah, festive culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Festivities.
I guess we technically have winter until March, but like,
Yeah, I'm fine with the cold and like everyone's still doing their shit, but I don't want to see
Yeah.
a Santa hat for another year.
I literally saw a Santa hat on my way here.
Oh my God. That's super crazy.
Dumb.
All right, guys. Get rid of your Santa hats.
Everybody go take
Emergency.
medicine. I took NyQuil last night. I had weird dreams. I went to
NyQuil.
the upside down.
Yeah.
Yes. I had bad dreams.
Whoa, like scary dreams?
Emotionally scary.
Oh.
Not like visually scary, I guess. I had
Yikes.
like everyone was not themselves.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've only experienced that with dead loved ones.
Oh no, yeah. It was everybody. And everyone was mad at me
Ugh.
for some reason.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the other part of it too, because that's honestly, I'm not even gonna say it on the podcast. It
Oh,
was
really?
bad, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, keep breathing.
I don't, hello? Have you been hearing my mouth breathing this episode? Because I can't hear myself right now.
It's not crazy. No, it's not like that.
Okay,
Like, that's
I thought it
crazy.
was.
No.
You're telling me to wipe my nose?
No.
Oh. You went. You looked at my nose and you went.
Oh. No, I was wiping my nose. I was looking at your mouth breathing because I thought you were trying to show me you breathing.
I'm still mouth breathing.
We gotta go. Make that your New Year's resolution to not be a mouth breather, guys.
I actually wanted to start mouth taping. Liza was chopping it up as this really
I
great
love
thing.
mouth taping.
Mouth
Typing.
typing.
Mouth typing. I'm Australian. Oh, I'm also Aussie. Kicking you out.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. Be safe and stay home and don't make goals.
All right, if you guys are listening on Apple Music or Spotify, rate us 5 stars, please, and leave a review. And on
Maybe
Spotify, no,
Today, this feels like a 4.
rate us 5 stars, God damn it! And on Spotify, you can leave comments. So leave comments there. Let us know what episodes you want to hear, your favorite episodes, what your may or may not New Year's resolutions are. We'd love to see it in the YouTube comments as well. And like and subscribe, please.
Yes, we were almost at 30,000.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Yeah, I think we went up like 50.
Really?
Yeah, we're at 25.6 now. We were at like 25.5 before.
I thought we were at like 29.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
Yeah. No, like it was what I meant.
okay.
I'm actually starting to hallucinate.
You think that you got some leftover NyQuil kicked in?
Maybe, yeah, like in my spinal cord.
Yeah.
Like tapped in. Well, I took Dayquil too, so I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm faded.
I
I'm
love
crossfaded.
Dayquil.
I'm like NyQuil. I'm like,
It's yeah.
I'm Quill.
We gotta go. All right, guys. We love you.
Love you guys. Have a good week.
See you next week. Oh, Patreon. If you don't know, we have additional episodes every Friday on Patreon. So go check out that. It's always linked in the description, and there's a few tiers to choose from. Let us know what your resolutions are, and we can help you achieve them potentially.
I will be way less sick, and I will have way more to contribute by then. And if I'm not, then we have a bigger issue. But I should be.
Right.
I'm on the up.
She is.
Right? No, I'm on the decline. I'm just getting worse.
I think you're worse.
It's okay. By then I'll be good.
Okay, bye guys.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.